It's obviously a massive blow. I think going into a World Cup with warm-up games that you're likely to lose a few players. It happened to, unfortunately Morgan Stoddard broke his leg in Twickenham 4 years ago, and that was nasty. So it does happen, and you kind of know that the chances are you're going to have a couple of casualties. But for it to happen to two of your best players, frontline players, Rhys, Webb and Leigh, it is very disappointing, and more for the players as well. They've gone through a grueling 2-3 month pre-season, but so much effort, and both were looking in great shape. And I'm sure both of them would have made their mark on World Rugby in the World Cup. So, gutted for the individual more than anything. As a team, we'll be able to cope with it. We've got a lot of top quality players and strength in depth, and you're not going to win a World Cup. If you can't win a World Cup by losing two players, then you shouldn't be worthy of winning it. So it is a squad effort, but you're just devastated for the individuals that it was their chance to impress themselves, on the global stage, and they're not able to do it. So especially for Rhys, he hasn't been on a World Cup before, so very unfortunate for Rhys. I think all players are used to seeing these sort of injuries. I mean, I've been under the knife 4 times, and I think almost every player in the squad would have had at least one operation. So you're used to dealing with injuries, but it's just the timing of it which makes it difficult. You're often told that you can't play for a few months through a regional section of the season or through a Six Nations campaign or autumn, but to miss a World Cup because it's only once every 4 years, that timing is extremely unfortunate, and that's where you feel a lot for the players. Eli Walker's been called up, who were making a heck of a lot of noise with the Ospreys, and he's a very exciting player. Very different to the sort of wingers that we've been playing over the past few seasons. Guys like George North, Alex Cuthbert. So to have someone like Eli come in is a completely different dimension, very attacking, amazing speed, and he'll bring a lot to the team as well. And to call upon Mike, who's two-time British Lion, 80-90 caps, plenty of experience at World Cups. You couldn't have a better scrum half replacement. So we're very fortunate that we got those quality players coming into the side. Yeah, it's not long now. It's only maybe 10, 11, 12 days until we play Uruguay, here at the stadium. So you just want to get playing now. It's been a long, long summer, a lot of talk, a lot of interviews. Talk about the World Cup. All you want to do is get that jersey on now and put all that practice onto the pitch and try and progress and do really well. So all the players are itching just to get out playing. That first team announcement will be very exciting. You just want to put on that Rugby World Cup 2015 jersey, say you've played in another World Cup, and for me that's always been a motivation of mine, playing as many World Cups as I possibly can for Wales, as that is the pinnacle really. So just can't wait for it to kick off and get going. Very rare will any player in World Rugby be able to say that they managed to play in their national stadium for a World Cup fixture. So I think we all realise that we're in a very lucky situation to be here in Cardiff to play a World Cup match. There's not, it's a very rare thing to do. So it's a box which not many players can tick, and we all have that opportunity in a couple of weeks' time.